नमस्ते फ्रेंड्स, आप सभी को विजयदशमी दशहरा की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। आप सब परिवार स्वस्थ रहें और समृद्ध हों, यही हमारी कामना है। फ्रेंड्स, 4 अक्टूबर को AIBEA ने एक सर्कुलर जारी किया टू ऑल यूनियन एंड मेंबर्स डिटोरिएटिंग इंडस्ट्रियल रिलेशन इन सम बैंक्स स्कैंट रिस्पेक्ट टू फॉर बाइपार्टाइट सेटलमेंट एंड लॉ ऑफ द लैंड whether HRD and HRM in banks, human resources development or destructions, human resources management or mismanagement. Get ready for all India strike in November 22. Increasing attacks. In the recent period, we are witnessing an increasing trend of the attacks on the bilateral agreements and bipartite settlement by some of the bank management. ID Act is treated with contempt. Unfair labor practice are increasing. Industrial relation has become the casualty and conflicts and the confrontations are deliberately fueled, fingered and the fights. There is some clear method in the madness. It appears that they want to divert our attention from our struggle against banking reforms and privatization and force us into agitation on transfer and posting. फ्रेंड्स, ये सर्कुलर 3 पेज का लंबा है और इस बारे में इन्होंने डिटेल लिखा हुआ है कि इंडस्ट्रियल रिलेशन कुछ बैंकों में किस तरह से कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो रहा है और क्या हो रहा है। जो उसमें मुख्य बैंक हैं उसमें हमें सारे बैंकों के बात ना करके जो प्राइवेट जो नेशनलाइज्ड बैंक हैं उसका जो मुख्य मुद्दा है वो बताते हैं। सेंट्रल बैंक ऑफ इंडिया फ्यू मंथ्स एगो इन अप्रैल 22 3,300 clerical staff were transferred from one station to another in violation of the 8 bipartite settlement and the internal settlement within the bank. Our union approached the labor authorities undated and Dy.CLC, RLC, ALC of the different states called for conciliation meeting and invoked section 33 of the ID Act on the management to maintain status quo. But the General Manager-HRD issued open instruction to ignore the advice of ALC and forcibly relieved all the employees by the coercion. UFCBU gave the call for 2 days strike and MOU was signed on 24th May 22 by which management agreed to cancel all transfer where employees made representations. In the meantime, on 27th May 22, Kerala High Court gave the judgment that the under 8 bipartite settlement employees cannot be transferred from one station to another in the name of the periodical rotation. But still the MOU was not implemented and again UFCBU gave call for the strike on 19th and 20th September 22. Central Bank management has also overnight terminated and retraced 240 daily deposit collectors. ALC issued notice invoked section 33 of ID Act. They did not comply but went ahead and terminated all of them. Management has gone to High Court stating that RLC, ALC have no power to intervene or invoke section 33. In the meantime, 240 deposit collectors are on the streets. Even their legal compensation has not been paid. Thus, a serious situation has emerged in Central Bank of India. In Bank of India, few months ago, management issued instruction to outsource the cash movement activities as well as customer housekeeping job in violation of bipartite settlement. They also wanted head cashier to perform duties which are not provided in the BP settlement. They also refused to fill up the vacancy in clerical and sub-staff cadre because of their plan to outsource. For FOBOISU gave the call for strike and CLC has intervened in the matter. Issues are still not resolved. Bank of Baroda. In Bank of Baroda also management gave instruction to outsource housekeeping jobs and contact basic and ordered additional duties to employees which are not covered by the bipartite settlement. Under the plea of the digital banking, unions in BOB jointly gave the strike call and still the matter remains unresolved, but management is itching to outsource the jobs because the unions are not agreeable to outsource. Other demands are being held up. Even the All India structure meeting is not being held. In Bank of Maharashtra, the situation is no different. Management is outsourcing cash management activities and housekeeping jobs which are not permitted under bipartite settlement. They have also transferred employees from station to station in violation of the bipartite settlement. Management is also refusing to recruit adequate staff. The union gave a joint call and observed the strike successfully. Unions have now given the call for the strike on 19th October. The violations continue and management is not showing any inclination to resolve the issues. In Canara Bank, the management is insisting to outsource housekeeping and sub-staff jobs because our union is not agreeable to the demand of the management. Union's other demands are not being resolved. Recently, our union has met and decided to go for agitation and strike. The strike date is not being finalized certainly and strike notice will be served. It will be the first half of the November 22. Get ready for the same. ऐसा लगता है कि यूनियन का कोई इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं रह गया. Management from the all banks, all noted nationalized banks has ignored the unions and they are ready to outsource for the housekeeping and sub staff. आने वाले दिन बैंकर्स के लिए अच्छे नहीं दिख रहे हैं और इसीलिए यूनियन ने नवंबर में स्ट्राइक कॉल किया है. थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स, नमस्कार.